Hello, everybody, and welcome to Days of the Wolf. This is D Wolf coming at you live somewhere in a secret location somewhere in the Northwest. It's Monday, September 17th, 2018, and this is some talks about programming money. I put up a post called Programming Money. Well, that's it. A note on the terminology I use and the term token and coin interchangeability. I want to apologize for this as the technically correct term is token or token coin. It's a little bit confusing sometimes because I'll say coin or I'll say token or token, but I the correct way is token. Now, in the development of these token coins, they are compromised. There are two types. There's the security token coin and the utility token coin. Now, in the blockchain and in the realm of these configuration and making of tokens, security tokens are focused on the fiduciary securities aspect of the term security. So it's not like necessarily security like firewall, but it's the securities. A direct relay mechanism of token capital and monetary flexibility. Security tokens are specific to storage of wealth or exchanging of currency. The term currency is an accurate term over the term of money, as digital currencies are much more portable than actual money and has the full capability with a full exchange that is compatible with the universal token standards. Now, those universal token standards are more likely a programmatic standard, and I'll get into that more when I discuss about your wallets being the exchanges, being the actual component that enables the exchange. I think that's the pinnacle of it all. Right now, there's wallets, there's exchanges, there's the miners, and the coordination of all these applications. I'm thinking like maybe with the Lightning Network or the Bolt specs, we'll be able to kind of encapsulate all the different tokens that can be as much compatible and be able to trade for fiat or for tokens or whatever. Now, to carry on, utility tokens themselves are presumably a non-monetary utility the token would be exchanged for. Non-fungible digital trading assets along with the lines of CryptoKitties, which, as we know, was traded on the main chain instead of the side chain, kind of clogging up the Ethereum network. A token that represents a real-world asset, a laser-engraved diamond or jewelry, something to kind of give it that unique key. With a unique key to identify in-game gold, for instance. Admittedly, it is difficult to draw a sharp line between utility because the utility of identifying a diamond for, say, insurance purposes, or saying that, okay, I have this unique Pokemon card that is just indistinguishable from anything else. Admittedly, it is difficult to draw a sharp line between the securities, and some indexed arbitrary object could, in theory, be utilized as a wealth transfer tool. In-game gold can be traded for another altcoin, which could be traced for Bitcoin BTC, traded for Bitcoin BTC, and exchanged for the fiat currency, giving in-game gold real-world securities attribute, albeit indirectly. It should be noted that these terms security and utility are strictly for the lawmakers and regulators to determine when fiat value enters the equation. Because to the token, it's just on the network transaction, akin to a permanent and immutable transparent linked list, just like a linked list that would be pretty much the same thing as in Python. Now, unfortunately, this flies in the face of conventional and traditional current financial mechanisms that are wholly owned by the Federal Reserve and controlled by the votes in the Congress and the accountancy revenue supplied through the IRS. A distributed system, it cleanly severs all ties with the fiat factions, and consequently, their indexing of your personal identity being tied up to your e-wallet, which is tied up to your account. The former centralized financial institutions have no direct I'm just tongue-tied today. Compatibility or capacity to bind the personal detailed information on transactions of other currencies and altcoins. They either need to force exchanges to adopt KYC, which is Know Your Customer, and its policies, to bind users to their respective hot e-wallets attached to the respective exchanges. And these are centralized exchanges. At the heart of this is the binding of all the technologies to bypass the KYC centralized exchanges requirements to become more non-KYC decentralized exchanges and have the application on your smartphone or other device, whatever it might be, that successfully orchestrates everything behind the scenes. Lightning Network and the Bolt specs. That's what I kind of alluded to before. Where the user can transfer to and from, back and forth, any amount in any denomination of currency, digital, fiat, or any other commodity, or a note of commodity. Technology will always trump any regulation placed on the blockchain and its currencies, especially when that regulation, bill, or law must have orders signed in triplicate, sent in, sent back, queried, lost, found, subject to public inquiry, lost again, and finally buried in saltpeat for 3 months and recycled as fire lighters. I think we all get that joke, but that's pretty much how kind of the law works in contrast to technology. Anyway, that's kind of the write-up of printing money. If you like what you see, please give me a like, comment below. That's my little 411 for today. I'll probably do some news later on. Anyway, this is D Wolf signing off.